And let's welcome our live stream viewers tuning in already. About to get started here with another Superstar Saturday Showdown on the indoor oval. Big money race next week. Race inside last week. Keep the setups the same. Plus, got an inch of rain yesterday at my house. The weather thing said 3 inches here. So I don't know how accurate it was, but all I know is there's still a puddle out back. All right, looks like Mr. Braden's ready to rock and roll, sir. You still got 35 seconds to turn and burn if you need any practice. All right, boys and girls, the order for this one is Charles West, Braden Tover, Jason Wagner, David Coleman. Like all the cameras are working decently. All right, drivers, one more time around, one more time around. All right, transponder strength looking good. 4 minutes on the clock, drivers. Remember, you're not winning it on the first lap. And we're off and running. This is world famous Ocala Bombers. Losi running a Camaro out there right now. Coleman's got the frowned upon Mustang at the moment, and Braden's rocking, looks like the SR10 Monte Carlo from Associated. Some sort of illegal spoiler, but we'll look at that later. I gotta bust chops here while I can. All right, 45 seconds in this, make that 50 seconds. David Coleman showing the way in that Coca-Cola scheme Mustang. That a number one on the side of that? He took the 5 off the front of it now because he's a winner. Thinks he's king of the hill. And it is looking pretty good. A few times I see a Losi car go around an oval track worth a darn. I'm just kidding. Hot 120 down, 240 to go. Coleman dropping a 5.71. Wags in the blue. Number 78 coming through 3 and 4. Rocking a 5.80. Charles West. Got that pink Camaro out there with a 5.85. Braden with a 6.7. Your fast laps right now. 41 lap pace for Coleman. Caution in 3. Stay low through 3, drivers. And we are clear. Just about halfway. Up next, Ocala Bomber Heat 2. Start heading to staging. That is Zach, Kermit, Brad, Ponder, and Richard. Oh, I believe Richard's out. My bad. Caution in 3 and 4. Clear. All right, now your battle for that lead. About a lap apart at the line here. Coleman showing the way. Caution 2, go high through 2, high through 2. And we're clear. Low through 3 and 4. That Coleman's writing that setup down right now. And looks like Wags is pulling off. Sounded like it was making some noise there. Really something simple. With 50 seconds to go. Once again, Ocala Bomber Heat 2 car should be in staging. Line up on the ramp behind the driver's stand. Five seconds, drivers. 5 seconds. That is the race clock. Keep going, keep going. Braden is done. Charles is done. Looking for Mr. Coleman and shut it down. Gonna set that early TQ. 41 laps, 4:05. Fast lap of a 5:71. Charles West with 35 laps putting it second. Braden, 32 laps, gonna put it third. Wags out after 26. And Todd couldn't make the first round. Drivers, second here. All right, let's get him checked in. Thank my drivers for being out there promptly. And I believe Mr. Butts is... Hey, gentlemen, red light is on. There it is. Butts with a different transponder again. All right, drivers, now bring him up to speed. You had one job. That Ponder without a rear bumper on his car. This is why we can't have nice things. All right, gentlemen. Order is Montgomery, Butts, Feeney, Ponder. You wanted to run a late model. Plenty of late models in there that are cut out like that for you. All right, one more time, gentlemen. One more time. All right, things are looking good on the clock. Here we go. And Butt's going to sneak underneath. And they're on their own clock when they cross that start-finish line. Great battle here between Ponder and Butts at the moment. Montgomery back 3.8. Now Feeney up to third. Montgomery back less than a tenth. It's Ponder over Kermit at the line by half a tenth. And looks like that's going to stretch out here a little bit now. Kermit to the lead. Rocking a new TQ pace, 41.402. That white Camaro with the purple lettering on the side of it. Your leader, Ponder. Already disqualified. I'm busting his chops right now. In second, in that square body, the blue and white. And Feeney in the light blue and white Camaro. Montgomery rocking the other square body out there. Feeney with a 5.79. Zach with a 6.0. Ponder with a 5.8. Butts with a 5.74. Got Jonathan Warden tuning in from up north. Just about halfway, drivers. And Butts throwing it down the inside of Brad. Brad not having any of it, I guess. He's waiting for him. This week's not the big week. Next week's the big week with the money. You guys see Kermit's car go up on two wheels, enter in turn one? Watch it again. Look at that thing. $135 to go. Up next is our novice class. If you need a transponder, come up see me. Joey, John, Ron, Bill, and Ava. Now Ponder in the lead on a 40-lap run here. Going to put a second overall. .30 seconds. Still rocking a 40-lap run from Ponder and Butts. Separated by just under 9/10 or just over 9/10. That is race clock. Keep going, keep going. Ponder and Butts, you guys are done. Feeney's done. And shut it down. Zach is done. Ponder, 40 and 4 flat. Butts, 401. Difference of 0.6 there. Feeney with 39. And Montgomery with 38. All those guys in the top 5 right meow. All right, hold on here. We got a lot of transponders to get checked in here. All right, Mr. Joey, turn around and cross the start-finish line, please. All right, Mr. John. Mr. Ron, why don't you follow him around, please? Start finish line is the logo on the front straightaway here. All right, all my drivers are checked in. We've got some marshals, drivers, bring them up speed. You got a 120 to turn and burn. Spread out, give yourself some room. Your goal here is to figure out what the track is doing and what adjustments you might need to make. You got Casey Bass tuning in online. One of our fast late model guys not here tonight. Life gets in the way. That's how it goes. Can't make every weekend. I understand. All right, looks like our novice drivers are at least happy with what they have, or happy enough. All right. Now, my drivers, listen up very carefully. You got to remember, you're on your own clock. There's no reason to block anybody. But if there's a faster car, it's their duty to find a way around the slower car. At all levels of RC racing, all levels of racing, period. Mr. Bill, you're going to want to stand up, and there's two reasons why. For one, you might be blocking the view of somebody next to you. Number two, you're pinching your nerves and tendons in your arm. Makes you drive inconsistently. Pro tip. All right. Order for this one is Mr. Joey, followed by John, Ron, Bill, Ava, and David. Roll it off. Joey, lead them off, followed by John, Ron, Bill, Ava, and David. All right, good speed. We're going to do at least one lap like this so I can check your transponders again. Looks like things are working okay. All right, drivers. Here we go. Finish first. You must first finish, so keep that in mind. Caution out of 4. And thanks for our racers helping racers there. Appreciate it. Woo, shake and bake. Ava dodging that one. Mr. Dolan sashaying down the straightaway. Caution on front, go low, inside, inside on the front straight. Stay inside on the front. Caution in 1 and 2, stay low in 1 and 2. I can't tell. Like go high through 2 now. And we are mostly clear. Slow down in the back, slow down in the back. Go low, inside, inside, inside. The inside, guys, inside. And looks like we had one having a body issue, got it back going. Good job, racers. Once again, want to get around there and do some laps. Drivers and marshals are only going to get you if you can't move. You're stuck up against the pipe, upside down, or stuff like that. 130 down, 230 to go. Ava showing the way here in that Losi sprint car, that blue. Dropping a 6.5 fast lap so far in lap 2. They low off of 2, low off of 2. Joey in second, back about 2 laps. John Posey behind him by 2 laps and change. David back a couple more. Bill down another lap in 5th, and Ron tailing the field at the moment. Go low on the back straight, low on the back. And we're clear. Up next, Losi Sprint start heading this way. Chris Bradley, Scott Quintel, Mike Rains. Guys are doing great so far. Once again, name of the game is finishing all the races tonight. One piece. Your wallet likes it, or your parents' wallet likes it. Caution in one. Go low through one, low through one. Stay inside the one, inside the one. Caution down the back. Go inside on the back. And we're clear. 1 minute to go. It's Ava, Joey, John, David, Bill, and Ron. Closest battles, probably Joey and John here, about a lap apart. Oh, we got Mayhem everywhere in 1 and 2. Go high through 1 and 2. And I think we're clear at the moment. Caution to 4. Go high off of 4. High off of 4. "25 seconds. High off 4. Stay high off of 4. And we're clear. 15 seconds. Wait till we get to the mains and everything's on the line. This is what we call P New Red X. It's a great workout. Best 4-minute workout you'll ever have. That is time, drivers. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. John is done. Ron is done. Joey's done. Ava's done. Looking for David and Bill. David and Bill to finish out here and shut it down. Everybody give them a big round of applause. They all finished in one piece. Ava Thrimer taking that one. 32 laps, 4:05. Joey with 27 laps. John 24. David and Bill with 21 each. And oh, they were only separated by 1 second there. And Ron with 15. Just a reminder, novice drivers, there is no substitute for practice. Race day is test day. It's like school. You practice on practice days and you test on test days. Don't forget, next Friday, all-day indoor oval practice for next weekend's event. All right, if you're watching online, jump in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from, if you're cheering for anybody in specific. And if you like what you see so far, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow all those social media things. All right, all my drivers are checked in. I still need a transponder back from Mr. Joey, if I'm not mistaken. Working on it over there. Mr. Brian, let's save the debrief for a little later. I need the transponder back and the marshal out on the track. Transponder and marshal. Got an hour before next round to get it all sorted out. In the meantime, we need our guys on the track. Joey, why don't you go out in the center? I'll have you cover front and back. Get Joey in the center. He can cover front and back. In the center. Cover front and back. All right. Need that transponder back, though, Brian. All right, drivers, bring them up speed. You got, I'll give you a few more seconds here. You got a minute 10. Oh, Mr. Mark, watching from, I'm assuming that's from the hospital, not for the hospital, sir. Hopefully you've got some better news about the other half situation. And again, you guys are in our prayers up here. For those of you new to this is the first week. We're allowing the Losi Sprints to run essentially an open tire, a 2-2 Buggy wheel and tire. Also the DE Racing tube, what do they call it? The Gambler. Want that, still keep that scale look. Fortunately, Losi kind of out of tires, so tires won't be in for another 2-3 weeks at best. Alright, looks like my drivers are ready to rock and roll. Order is Chris Bradley, Scott Quintel, Mike Rains. Roll it off, gentlemen. And just to remind all our drivers out there, no crossing the track to pick your car up if it's disabled. That's just how it goes. Alright, gentlemen. 4 minutes on that clock. We'll see what they got. Be interesting to see these guys picking up any time today. Here we go. Will they be faster or will they pull better wheelies? That's the question. Joey, stay down there. Thank you, sir. Thought Mr. David was taking that one. So. All right, so far fast lap 5.85 from Quintel in the red and blue. Chris Bradley in second with a 6.18. Mike Rains with a just dropped a 5.91. And Quintel with another 5.8, now dropping to a 5.68. Still kind of in line with last week's. This is legit. We had a 5.3 out of Quintel last week, round 1. Five threes there. 5.36 fast laps so far last week. That's what it was. 5.36. So we'll see if they can get back down there today. Caution in 3 and 4. And we're clear. All right, so far, Quintel down to a 5.62 on a 40-lap run in that red and blue. Chris Bradley in second, about a lap here. Make that 4.3 at the line. He's rocking the white wheels on the black car. Rocking the old number 3 Intimidator look. Mike Rains in the green and black. Somebody help Mr. Ponder get a rear bumper on that car, his bomber. Oh, we got a little kerfuffle. Gonna hit the instant replay on that. $125 to go up next. Buggy late model. Could be the fastest class of the night. Brian Dean, Tim Emery, Todd Allen. Start heading this way. Heard it there, 45 seconds to go. Still rocking a 40-lap run for Scott. Chris on a 37, Rains on a 35. So far, last week, I don't know if his track was faster or Scott had to dial it in a little better. Fast lap last week was a 5.36. We're at a 5.62 right now. Caution in 2. I believe he's saying Traxxas a little slower, but we'll find out after the race. That is time. Keep going, keep going. And everybody's done. Quintel taking that one, 41.405 and a 5.6 fast lap. Chris and Mike both with 36. Chris with a 4.03 and Mike with a 4.04. Difference of 9/10 there. Chris had a 6.1 and Mike with a 5.91 fast lap. Good job, guys. Good job. Hey, I didn't make it smaller last time. It's back to the normal size. We'll find out when the fast guys get here next week. No, I'm kidding. Scott's right at the front, so been tuning that thing in. The perennial favorite right now here with the Losi sprints. All right, I've got a check-in from Brian and Tim already, looking for Mr. Todd, and our 3 guys are going out there to Marshall. By the time you get to this class, you should have no problem keeping this thing on the wheels, but I know how that can be. Thank you, sir. All right, looking for our marshals. Chris already out there top qualifying the marshal in this round. Thank you, sir. I believe we're going to need a volunteer for Mr. Rains. Going to need 1 volunteer for Mr. Rains and get Mr. Quintel out there in just a moment. Thank you, Mr. Durbin. All right, drivers, bring them up to speed. All right, let's get 1 out in the center, please. Can you get 1 volunteer in center to cover front and back? I should make Mr. Smothers do it because he's late all the time, but going out anyways. He's a great marshal. He hustles, so. But it looks like he's all dolled up. Was it date night? Anthony, right in the center. Yeah, you're going to cover front and back here. There's 3 guys. They shouldn't be wrecking. Shouldn't be. That's the name of the game. All right, boys and girls. Mr. Todd, check in one more time. I don't think I got anything from you that last lap. Nothing, sir. I want to double check that real quick. Make sure she's plugged in right. Cross real quick. All right, Todd says he's not worried about it. He'll get it next round. He just wants the laps for now. All right, gentlemen, the order is Brian, Tim, and Todd. Here we go. We're going to hand count Todd here for a couple laps so he's got something to reference. One down, 3 to go. Uh-oh, looks like Tim might be having an issue. Spun something off there. Fine, Mr. Brian Dean showing the way on a 43-lap run here. Got the flame job on the white background. Fast lap of a 5.47. Emery with a 5.81. Was on a 40-lap run there. Out after 12. And Mr. Todd, we followed him for a couple laps here, so he's got a little reference. Looks at the sheet. Looks like he has a 5.3, 5.4 somewhere in there. 5.5 maybe. Fast lap for him. Halfway. Up next, short course modified. Gonna be Richard, Charles, Coleman, and Rains. Caution one, and we're cleared. Todd's car is looking pretty good for very little, if no track time. There, 1 to go. 42-lap pace for Mr. Brian Dean. Last week, he ran a 45. Track size was slightly different. Back to normal this week. .25 seconds. Once again, Traxxas modified. You guys are up next. That is Richard, Charles, Coleman, and Rains. And shut it down. Brian Dean going to set that early TQ, 42.401, fast lap of a 5.46. Emery out for 12. And we got Todd about 8-9 laps there to look at. Todd, you can ignore the first couple laps there. I was trying to catch it up for you, and they're just not legit. All right, they're going to put their cars down, headed back out of the track to Marshall, and our Traxxas modified He1 of 2 going to get him down and checked in. All right. Need a check in from Charles and Rains. All right, I got Tim out there, Brian out there. Mr. Todd, need you or volunteer out here. Toronto. All right, drivers, roll off. You got 75 seconds to turn and burn. Todd, can I get you in the center of the track? Hopefully won't need any more than this. Ah, what's going on with Reigns here? I guess he got the wrong battery. Had one job. All right, well, I can guarantee you the time between rounds is going to be a little shorter. It's going to be 15 minutes today. Got schedules to keep. Got schedules to keep, Dufresne. You know, if you know where that line comes from. Cutting Mike a little slack here. Just a little. Ah, I see a battery strap going in there. I guess they forgot the battery strap. Always help Ponder get a rear bumper on that thing, a fender. It's supposed to be full fendered. All right, let's get Mike out there. Is he up there? 2 laps, 2 laps. All right, gentlemen, let's get it in order. It's going to be Mr. Richard, followed by Charles, David, and Mike. Once again, Richard, Charles, David, and Mike. All right, 4 minutes on the clock. Here we go. All right, this is heat 1 of our Traxxas Modifieds. They've had a couple weeks on the new tires now. I'm not sure if everybody's actually got them working the greatest or whatnot. That's the X series of tires right now. Full stage foam they have in them. New rim. Mr. Stroman tuning in from South Carolina. Good to see you, sir. All right, couple new fast laps out there. Charles with a 7-1, Rains with a 7-0, Richard with a 6-8, and Coleman with a 6-5. Pick up fast guy coming off turn 4 there with the checkered nose on it. Richard dropping a 6-6 now, so it looks like these guys are starting to find it. It's Charles West at the line in that pink and black side-by-side scheme. Caution through 4. Stay low off of 4. And we're clear. Coleman in second by 0.2. Rains back 4 seconds in third. Richard back 4.7 in fourth. Coleman, your leader, in the black, blue and green striped with the checkered nose on it. Your leader, Charles West, in the pink and black. Mike Rains. Got the orange highlights on the edges of it. And Richard on the red and orange. Coleman with a 6.42 new fast lap. Rocking a 34 lap run here. Charles on a 33, Rains on a 32, Richard on a 31 at the moment. And Richard maybe missing laps here. Caution out of 2, caution out of 2. Stay high on the back. And we're clear. 1:20 to go. It's Coleman, Rains, Charles back 0.6 in third, battling out. And Richard back 4.7 at the line. Caution on the back, stay low on the back. And we're clear. Up next, Traxxas Modified Heat 2. That is Ponder, Francesca, and Chris. Oh no, Charles is slowing down here with 33 seconds to go. Ten seconds. Richard, a new fast lap of a 6.66. 3. Caution in 2, caution in 2. Low through 2, low through 2. That is time, drivers. Race it out. Richard is done. Coleman is done. Looking for Rains and Charles. Here's Charles looking for Rains. And shut it down. Coleman taking that one 33.401. Rains with a 4.07. Difference of 5.3 there. Richard with 32. And Charles going to beat up his Charger now here in a little bit. 30 laps after dumping the battery, I guess. Richard, come see me real quick. All right, looking for a check-in from Ponder, and our marshals are getting out there. Thank you. Francesca's already crossed the line. Chris has already crossed the line, and he had to go get his own car. Did you wreck? I can't believe Chris wrecked on the just crossing the line. All right. Richard's out there, Charles out there, David's out there. Mr. Coleman, can you take center? Yep. All right, drivers, bring them up to speed. You got a minute to turn and burn. Hopefully, Charles's issue with that run was he forgot to charge it all the way. We had no problem running 75 laps the other week. All right, last call for any adjustments. Last call for any adjustments. All right, nobody's running around screaming at anybody. So the order for this one is Ponder, Francesca, and Chris. One time across the line, double check the transponder strength here. Everybody at 145 or better. That is awesome. That's what we want to be. All right, drivers, 4 minutes on the clock. Here we go. That TQ 33,401. These guys can do. Ponder's got Traxxas modified dialed in pretty good. All right, some fast laps here. Francesca with a 7.5, Bradley with a 7.0, and Ponder with a 6.33. Rocking a 37 lap run here. See if he can maintain it. Oh, caution in 3. Watch the replay. Fail. It was so close. Ponder down to a 6.29. That blue car, your leader, fortunately comes back with a 7.1, so nothing really gained there. Chris, new fast lap, 6.75 that time by. Rocking the number 3 yellow and blue Wrangler scheme this time, taking it back even older school. I can't believe he didn't put the 2 on it. Only the diehards know that. .240 down, 120 to go. New TQ by 4 laps. Ponder putting everybody on notice right now. Car is looking good. Jessica, new fast lap 7:42. Oh, we got a little kerfuffle on the back. We're clear. All 7 will be in the A main together. Comes to it later on tonight. All right, racers, round 2 will start at 7:20. That is just under 15 minutes. Round 2 at 7:20. 5 seconds to go in this one. Track will be open for practice after this race. That is time. Keep going, keep going. Ponder is done. Looking for the other 2 to finish out. And shut it down. Ponder going to set that one. That's a new TQ 36,401. 3 laps on the first heat time of Coleman and 33 laps. Chris Bradley with 31 laps going to put it 5th overall right now. And Francesca with 30 laps rounding out the field. See if she can get dialed in for next round. Once again, round 2 starts at 7:20. Track is open for practice. Second round will be the same as the first. You're just going to start where you finished your first round. All right, boys and girls, it's time for round 2. We're looking for Ocala Bomber Heat 1, Charles, Braden, Wags, Todd, and Coleman. Marshals will be Ponder, Australia, and Bradley. Get them down and checked in, drivers. All right, Chris. Sleep funny, did you? The wife give you a tough time? Ow, right in the kisser. David or Jessica, and a volunteer if we can get one out there to help us out with this one. All right. Mr. Alan Lower tuning in, saying good luck to everyone. All right, drivers, bring them up to speed. You got 2 minutes to get it sorted out. Don't hit Todd here in turn 4. Caution on Front Street. What are we doing parking cars there, Mr. Braden? Not stopping the straightaways here anymore. Too fast. Good crowd watching online. Appreciate you all tuning in. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, follow, all those good social media things. Help get the word out. Spread RC. It is currently 84 degrees outside, and for our metric friends, that is 29 Celsius. Humidity of 76%. Overcast right now, and maybe we get some rain here in a little while. We'll see. All right, once again, can I get one volunteer marshal to help out Mr. Chris at the far end? Thank you, Mr. Terry. Appreciate it. All right, the order is Coleman, West, Tover, Wags, and Allen. All right, transponders looking good, drivers. Here we go. And we're off and running. Don't forget, next weekend, next Friday, is all-day indoor oval practice. Our regularly scheduled Saturday. Go low through 2, low through 2, low through 2, drivers. And all-day indoor oval practice is our regularly monthly indoor race. Plus, Mr. Six throwing a little bit on that on Saturday. So practice all day, 11 to 5:30. Saturday, gates open noon. Practice till about 5:30. Go on the back, low on the back. Stay low on the back. Todd Allen showing the way. 41 lap run out there in the all black Camaro. 5.70. Coleman with a 5.79, back 1.5 in second in that Coca-Cola scheme Mustang. Wags in third here with the blue Camaro. Had a spur gear issue last run. He's what we call a late bloomer. He'll be dialed in for the main though. Rocking a 36 lap run. He's going to bump him up one spot to 7th right now. Charles back 4.7 in 4th. Braden back about a lap. Make that 3.3 in 5th with a new fast lap of a 6.5 in that orange square body out there. Heard of there, halfway up next heat 2. Ocala Bomber start heading this way. Got a couple more new fast laps here. 5.98 for Wags. Coleman with a 5.78. Todd Allen rocking a 42 lap run, 4.04, picking up a little bit over a lap. And Zach, you're next, followed by Kermit, Brad, Ponder, and Richard if he's going to make it. Once again, Bomber Heat 2, you're up in 130. Caution out of 4, stay low off 4, low off 4, inside. New fast lap from Todd, 5.62. Like Coleman not going to quite improve his time here. He's about a lap off his first round run. Wags improving, Braden improving. Charles got to find something here. Oh, caution in 2. Wags going for a little roll there. 10 seconds. That is time, drivers. Race it out, race it out. Coleman is done. Wags. Charles is done. Looking for Braden and Todd. And shut it down. Todd Allen taking that one, setting a new TQ, 42.404, fast lap of a 5.62. Coleman with 39, not improving his time. He's going to stay second at the moment. Wags with 37, bumping up 1 spot to 7th. Braden with 34 laps, improving his time, but dropping 2 spots to 9th. And Charles with 33 laps, losing 2 spots, going to start 8 at the moment. All right, looks like we got 3 of our marshals out there. We're going to turn them loose. You got 2:15 on the clock. Can't say I've seen anybody carrying the left rear wheel on an oval track. Not to say it hasn't happened before. All right, boys and girls. Last call for any adjustments. Last call for any adjustments. All right, we got marshals out there. The order for this one is Ponder, Butts, Feeney, Montgomery, and Todd set TQ that last heat, 42.404. Ponder's currently third overall. Butts is fourth. Feeney's fifth. Montgomery's sixth. So these guys are locked into the A faux shizzle. You had one job. Once again, we're going to go across the line one more time anyways. Still looking pretty good, gentlemen. 4 minutes on that clock. Here we go. All right, for about 45 seconds at the line, it's Feeney, Montgomery, Butts, Ponder. Whole field separated by just over 4 seconds. Oh, Butts sideways off of 4. Go high into 1, high into 1. Down low into 1. And it looks like he's going to pull it in and double check it. Ponder up on 3 wheels, entering turn 3. Now 2 wheels, entering turn 1. Feeney rocking a 40-lap run here with a 5.75 fast lap. That's that white and blue, blue and white. Number 77. Now he drops a 5.6. Ponder with a 5.74 that time by Montgomery with a 5.88. Butts with a 5.82. Halfway. Right now, Feeney and Montgomery improving their times. Going to stay 5th and 6th, though, at the moment. Now, Feeney maybe jumping up a spot here. See how he finishes out. All right, 110 to go, 110 to go. Novice, you're up next. If you need a transponder, come see me. Gonna be Joey, John, Ron, Bill, Ava, and David. Oh. Right now, Feeney bumping up 2 spots to 3rd with a 41-lap run going here. About half a second off 2nd place overall. Montgomery rocking a 39-lap pace. Got to find a little bit more than that to possibly bump a spot here. Five seconds. That is time. Keep going, keep going. And shut it down. Feeney going to take that one. 41.405. Going to bump up 2 spots to 3rd overall. Zach with 39 and 402. Going to stay 6th but improve his time. And Ponder with 39 and 404. Going to lose a spot. He's going to start 4th at the moment. And Butts pulling off after 7 to save, fix it, whatever's going on there. All right, novice drivers, let's get them down and checked in. John, check in for me one more time. Thank you, sir. All right, looks like Joey's on his way out. Mr. Bill, if you're out there, get it checked in. Otherwise, there he is. Sure. Joey's checked in. All right, who are we missing out there? Out there, Dolan's out there. In Montgomery, we can turn them loose with that. Pull them off, drivers. Got 90 seconds on the clock. Caution in 2. Again, drivers, when you're done with your hot laps, pull it off way outside of the racing line in the corners. I think everybody is good with what they have. All right, drivers, the order for this race will be Ava Thrimer, followed by Joey Durbin in 2nd, John Posey 3rd, David Aldrich 4th, Bill Palma in 5th, and Ron Dolan rounding out the field. All right, Mr. Bill, Mr. Ron, you guys got to catch back up. That sprint car is the top qualifier right now. You guys got to catch up here. All right, we'll try one more time around. All right, we're going to pause for the cause here. Make sure it's not rubbing. All right, drivers, 4 minutes on that clock. Get ready to rock and roll. Here we go. And we're off and running. Caution out front straight. Go high, to the wall, to the wall. Now down the middle. Stay in the middle, in the middle, in the middle. And we're clear. Drivers, there's 12-foot lanes out there. Your car is only 1 foot wide at worst. Caution on front straight, caution on front straight. Terry's like, I remember doing this in high school. We had the shuttle run. Low through 1, low into 1, low into 1. And we're clear. Oh, Ava trying to get out of there and stuffs it. Back underway, go low in the one. This is our novice class. This is where you start out racing. Go high in the back, high on the back. Stay high on the back, towards the wall. And we're clear. $140 down, $220 to go. Remember, drivers, the throttle goes both directions there. Ease off of it. Halfway, halfway. David with an 8-1 new fast lap. Bill with a 9-0. John with a 7-6. Go low in the 3, low in the 3. Stay low in the 3, drivers. Stay low off of 2. Stay low in the 3. We're clear. Up next, Losi Sprint. Start heading this way. Losi Sprints. Chris, Scott, and Mike, you guys are up next. Go down the middle of the back straight. Slow it down the back, slow it down the back. High in the back, high in the back. Stay high on the back. Good job, drivers. Good job. All right, boys and girls. 50 seconds to go. Joey's showing the way here by 3 seconds over Ava. Joey rocking the pink, black or pink and blue late model. That's the renter ride, if I'm not mistaken. Now you just got to keep the front wheels on that thing. Caution in 1, caution in 1. Stay low in the 1. Joey with a fast lap of a 6-6. Ava's got a 6-6. John with a 7-2. Bill 7-7. David 8-1. Ron with a 9-4. Caution by the start finish line. Start finish line. Brad by the start finish line. Three, 2, 1. Keep going. Keep going. Time is up. Keep going. Joey is done. John is done. Ava and Bill are done. Looking for David and Ron. David and Ron. David is done. Looking for Ron. Here he comes. And shut it down. Joey taking that one. 31,403. Gonna put it second overall. Ava with 31 as well. John with 25, improving his third place time, but he's going to stay there. Bill with 24 laps, improving his time and bumping up 1 spot to 4th. David with 18 laps, going to drop a spot to 5th. And Ron with 15 laps, going to stay 6th. All right, all right, all right. We're going to give our marshals a chance to get a breather after that one. All right, see, Ava's out there. John is out there. Appreciate it, drivers, getting out there promptly. Quintel showing off the wheelie skills. Gary and Mr. Bill, thank you. All right, drivers. Well, let's bring it up speed. You got 145 to turn and burn. Mr. John. Mr. John, can you take those cones and bring them back towards you a little bit? And all the way to the wall here. Thanks, sir. That way nobody gets into them. Shouldn't be getting into them. All right, drivers, last call for any last adjustments. Your current top qualifier, 41 laps, 4:05. Mr. Scott Quintel going to lead us off, followed by Chris Bradley and Mike Raines. All right, marshals, look alive. Here we go. Oh, Mike making the pass off a 2 already. Might have made some adjustments here. Pretty good. All right, Mike, back-to-back new fast laps here, 5.904 and a 0.3. Quintel down to a 5.79. Chris with a 6.39. Waiting for him. Appreciate the sportsmanship, gentlemen. Okay to go for the gap. Got to keep your Ayrton Senna driving card. Got to do it right. Mr. Bradley down to a 6.19 now. All right, all three separate by 3.4 seconds. Mike Raines showing the way. Down to 2.9. 2/10 between Chris and Scott last time by, and now Scott going to take over that second spot with a 5.75 new fast lap in that red number 41. Raines showing the way on a 39.403. Raines dropping a 5.80. Oh no, Quintel upside down in 2. Current TQ, and it may stay that way. Raines has got to find 2 whole laps here. 150. All right, up next, Buggy late model. Gonna be Tim and Todd. I think Mr. Bryan had to skedaddle. $110 to go, $110 to go. Mike showing the way by 2.9 over Scott. Chris back. at the line by 3.6. I think everybody's about 5 seconds apart here. And maybe a little more than that. About a lap right now. The whole field. Once again, Buggy late model, you're up in 30 seconds. Tim and Todd. Ten seconds. That is time. Keep going. And shut it down. Mike Rain's going to hold on to that one. 39.402. 2 to a 4.032. Difference of 9/10 there over Scott Quintel. Chris Bradley with 37. Looks like Mr. Mike and Chris improved their times. Mike going to start second overall, and Chris improved his time but going to drop to third. All right, Tim and Todd, come on down. Buggy late model. Let's get him checked in. All right, here comes Todd. My marshals. Here comes Mr. Scott. Thank you, sir. Chris is out there helping out somebody. All right, drivers, roll it off. Todd's got to go get the transponder real quick. He'll be back in a moment. Fortunately, only 2 cars making the call tonight. Mr. Brian has to go home. All right, here comes Todd. Get him checked in, and we'll give him 2 laps. Gonna run it? All right. It's all good. You're in the A main. Night. Casey is trying to make next week. Working the kids and school starting, you know how that goes. So we'll see. Brian's going to try to make it back next week. Hopefully a good turnout for Buggy Late Model next week. Potential at the big show, the big money. On 2 laps or no? All right, guys. The order is Tim and Todd. Wait, it don't matter to me, guys. You're on your own clock when you cross the line. Here we go. All right, 1 minute into it. Todd showing the way on a 41-lap run here. Emery on a 39. And counting Todd here for a minute or so we can get some idea what his lap times there are. Tim's got a fast lap of a 6:00. Todd's got a 5:7, 5:6 out there somewhere. From hand count, now Tim down to a 5:96. $45 seconds to go, guys. Four seconds. 3. That is time. Race it out. Race it out. Will Emery improve his time here? Yes, he will. 39.401. Fast lap of a 5.86. He's going to stay second, but improve his time. Todd forgetting to put his transponder in there again, and we gave him about a minute of hand counting, so we had an idea. So I'm sure we'll Get it sorted out for the main. All right, Mr. Casey Bass talking online here about a triple stacker car stand. If you buy one of his triple stacker car stands, he's trying to. Oh man, no, dude, we gotta talk about this ahead of time. You can't be doing it now. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. Casey, we'll talk a little later. All right, we got a check-in from Coleman and Rains looking for Richard and Charles. Our Traxxas modified, heat 1 of 2. Tim's out there ready to marshal. Thank you, sir. Gonna need Todd or a volunteer, and let's get at least one more out there to help out. Thank you, Mr. David. I'm gonna stand there. I gotta be out there in a minute anyways, but I'm just gonna stand here and kick your car over. I don't blame him. Get Todd out there in a second, and a volunteer or two. In the meantime, is Richard making this one? Yeah, if you want to step out there, more than welcome. We welcome most marshals. Todd, thank you, sir. Actually, Todd, can you help out Tim? No, you'll be. Never mind. You over here. We'll put Bill down there. Trying to spread out the average ability across our marshals here. All right, drivers, roll it off, roll it off. You got 115 to turn and burn. Looking for Mr. Richard. Your time is meow. Richard was jibber jabbering in the hobby shop. Well, we appreciate patronage. Race time. All right, Mr. Richard is jiggling the handle there. He got all sidetracked. Said he's buying pizza for everybody tonight. Make sure that's at least one of those slices is just regular cheese. Losing weight here. Definitely cutting into the break between the rounds. There he comes. Right now, Richard qualified 4th. But right now, it's Ponder out front by 3 laps on the whole field. Got a gaggle of cars between 2nd and 5th, a lap or so apart. And really, actually, all the way to the back. They're 3 laps apart from top to bottom. Outside of Mr. Ponder, putting it to him. All right, gentlemen, let's roll it off. It's Coleman, Rains, Richard, and Charles. Just had 3 minutes of warm-ups, guys. I need you in order. David Coleman, roll it off, followed by Mike Rains, Richard Jones, Charles West. All right, transponders looking good, gentlemen. Here we go. All right, remember, you're not on that clock till you cross that line, and we're good to go here. Caution down the front straight. Oh, and our racers are helping racers. Good job, guys. At the line, it is Coleman. Jones back 1.3. Reigns 5/10 in third. Charles in fourth by half a second as well. Coleman with a 6.5. Richard 6.7. Reigns 7.1. Charles 6.6. Coleman rocking a 35 lap pace. Now he's picked it up a couple laps. New fast lap, 6.45 last time by. That blue and green striped with the checkered nose, your leader. Down the back straightaway he goes. Putting a wheel on Mike there, maybe. Richard in second. Got the orange stripes there down the front straightaway. That is number 75. Yes, it is number 75. Mike Reigns. Caution in 3. Go high in 3. And Charles jumps out of the way. Appreciate the sportsmanship. Mike's got the orange stripes on the edge of his car. And Charles rocking the pink and black, black and pink. Oh, man, Richard up on 2 wheels. Up next, Heat 2, race number 7. Final race of qualifying. Ponder, Australia, and Bradley. Heard it there. Uno momento. For our Latin-speaking friends. Caution in 1, stay low in the 1, low in the 1. Mr. Charles finding the wall there somehow. Coleman, new fast lap, 6.37 last time by. Caution in 2. And we're clear. 5 seconds, drivers. Right now, everybody improving their qualifying times here. Race it out, race it out. Reigns is done. Keep going. Coleman is done. Reigns and Coleman are done. Charles is done. Looking for Richard. And shut it down. David Coleman going to take that one 36.404. Off TQ by 2.3 seconds. Going to put it second overall. Richard Jones with 34, bumping up 1 spot to third. Mike Reigns with 33 laps, improving his time but dropping to 4th. And Charles with 32 laps, improving his time and bumping up 1 spot to 5th so far. All right, next group is Honduras, Bradley, and Australia. All right, looks like my drivers are ready to rock and roll. Let's bring up speed. You got 85, 75 seconds. Turn to burn. 75 seconds. All right, last call for any adjustments. Happy with what they got. All right, boys and girls, the order is Ponder, Bradley, Australia. Now Ponder has current TQ 36401. Bradley currently 6th, and Francesca 7th. But they can do this round. Here we go. Under dropping a 6.27. All right, Ponder on a new TQ run here, 38 laps. Chris on a 33, improving his qualifying time. Gonna bump up one spot to 5th here. Francesca improving her time as well. Oh, Chris going for a little tumble-rooski. Halfway, halfway. Francesca, new fast lap, 7.22 last time by. Chris has a 6.75. Ponder still with that 6.27. Really time from Francesca. Watch the replay. Oh, watch out. Watch the replay. Oh, didn't get them both. Ponder still rocking a 37.402. Bradley on a 32. Still improving his time. Not picking up a spot at the moment. And Francesca falling off that time with those back-to-back kerfuffles. This is the final race of qualifying. We're going to start the mains at 8:45, so just about a 20-minute break. Track will be open for practice as soon as the race is over. Five seconds. That is time. Keep going, keep going. And everybody's done. Ponder taking it, setting a new TQ. 37 laps, 4:05. Chris Bradley with 32, going to bump up his current sixth place time, but stay sixth. Francesca picking it back up there at the end with 30 laps and improving her time, but going to stay seventh. All right, boys and girls, that is it for qualifying. Once again, the main start at 8:45, 20-minute break. Track is open for practice. I'll have the timing up here as soon as I get the mains set up. Once again, mains at 8:45. All right, Ocala, Bomber, B Main, Wags, Charles, Braden, come on down. 3 enter, 2 bump to the A. Marshals will be our A mainers. Todd, Coleman, Feeney, Ponder, Butts, and Montgomery. Meantime, while we're waiting for these folks, let's talk about some of our sponsors. If you need aquatic supplies such as fish tanks, fauna, food, all that good stuff for the whole scenario, here are our friends over at the Aquatic Source. Mr. Josh will help you get you on the right path. If you're over on the West Coast somewhere, county area, I believe Mr. Aaron at Ron's Lawns can help you out with some lawn mowing needs. And if you're down in the Villages, Summerfield area, Mr. Kyle at Kyle's Home Solutions can do a lot of handyman stuff for you. Those gentlemen came out on their own time to help us out with the last track change or so. We're doing a little promotion for them. So if you got those needs, at least give them a chance to earn your business. All right, boys and girls, we got 1, 2, 3, and Jessica out there as well. Thank you, Feeney. All right, drivers, let's roll it off. You got a minute to turn and burn. Caution on the back, caution on the back. Mr. Stroman calling it here. Wags for the bump. Once again, 3 enter, 2 will bump to the A. Essentially your LC chance here. All right, looks like they are ready to rock and roll. All right, all right, all right. Your BQ, Mr. Jason Wagner, going to lead us off, followed by Charles West and Braden Tover. Roll it off, gentlemen. Over here texting somebody. He's like, taking them out. All right, transponder's looking good here. 4 minutes on the clock. You don't have to win it. You just can't be last. Here we go. And we're off and running. He's made the right decisions and changes. Oh, Charles picking up that left rear. Braden looking for a room to pass here. Braden's dialed the car in a bit more. Wags out front on a 39 lap pace. Are definitely looking better after some adjustments. Oh, Charles spinning out in 3. Braden on his tail here. Back 6/10 at the line. Braden, new fast lap 6.49 for himself. Charles has a 6.27 and Wags got a 5.90. Oh no, Charles upside, no, yeah it is Charles upside down and Braden's gonna go by, taking over that second spot here. Plenty of time though, 120 down, 240 to go. At the line, it was 2.4 last time, and it is 2-0 now. Only 2 seconds back to Charles. Braden dropping a new fast lap for himself, a 6.46 a lap ago. Wags out front by a lap here at the moment. Oh no, Charles looks like he went for a roll. And he's going to go back, up on the 2 wheels again. Not over yet. Charles back a lap right now at the line, and maybe then some. A little luck. And our other 2 cars get tangled up. Novice, you guys are up next. Gonna be Ava, Joey, John, Bill, David, and Ron. Watch out, Marshall getting a little leg sweep there, and looks like Charles upside down. Back 2 laps and change here. Can't give up though, you never know. And one of the other racers has an unfortunate mishap with their car. Oh no, that was not the car that we were hoping for a mishap. Not that we're hoping. On a little spicier race here. Wags out front by a lap. Braden back just under 2 laps behind your leader, and Charles back like about 2 laps from Braden here. And I think that might be all said and done with 15 seconds to go. That is time to cross line. You are done. Wags taking that victory. 37 laps. Everybody's done. Shut it down. Braden with 36. He's going to get the final transfer spot. And Charles with 32. Unfortunately, not getting that transfer spot tonight. All right, those guys are bumping up to race 6. Those guys are going to go get their batteries back on charge or get another one ready to go, whatever the case may be, but we do need them out here to marshal this one. This is our Novice A main. We are going to need a few extra hands with this one, especially because it's novice folks. They need a little extra help and encouragement out there. So if you got the moment, come on out, help our novice racers take on some of their first time actual racing. All right, Mr. Joey, check in for me one more time. Mr. Joey. Thank you, sir. All right, John, Mr. John. Thank you, sir. All right, drivers, we got 2 marshals out there for you. We're going to give you some hot laps here. Bring them up to speed. Wags, thank you, Mr. Braden. Appreciate the promptness. Caution 1. Get one more in the infield covering the front and back straights. That would be really awesome. Caution on back, caution on back. Once again, if I can get one more volunteer marshal out in the center, that'd be awesome. Thank you, Mr. Chris. Remember, you are covering front and back straight, sir. Hopefully, we don't have to use it too much. All right, drivers, last call for any adjustments. Last call for any adjustments. All right, drivers, red light is on. All right, your top qualifier. 32 laps, 4:05. Miss Ava Thrimer going to lead us off here, followed by Joey Durbin, John Posey, Bill Palma in 4, David Aldrich 5, and Ron Dolan 6. All right, transponders looking good. Slow it down just a little bit so the drivers can catch up here. All right, racers, this is your Novice A main. 4 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Oh, we got a false start. False start. All right, everybody get back in order and keep rolling around. Ava, Joey, John, Bill, David, and Ron. Uh-oh, Joey's put it on the pipe in the far corner. All right, roll it off in order again. All right, Novice, this is your A main. 4 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Go. Clean and green. High and three. Clear. Stay high off of 4, high off of 4. And we're clear. Stay high down the back, high down the back. After 45 seconds, stay high down the back. Oh, Ava, go in high down the back. Now low down the back. And we're clear. Ava. Got a lot of action out there right now. Ava Thrimer showing the way. 32 lap run here in that Losi sprint car in blue one. Caution out of 4, caution out of 4. Stay high off of 4. Oh no, second place getting tangled up. Joey in the pink and black late model in second. John Posey in third. Got the really dark Camaro out there. I can't tell if that's blue or black. Like that might be like midnight blue or whatever. And Bill off the wall in the north end there. Plenty of time, guys. We're not even quite halfway here into this one. Ava leading by 1.3 now over Joey. Go high into 3, high into 3. Marshals pick the car up out of the way. Set it down when it's clear. Caution in 2. Stay low through 1 and 2. And we're clear. Oh, Ava giving an elbow to David and throwing a wheelie in there for good measure. Ava and Joey battling out here for the lead. They're 2.6 seconds apart. About half a lap right now. Oh, David trying to get back to his off-road roots there. He sent it deep. David, you got to go around the corner, buddy. Can't make the car go any faster than it's going to go. Only minimize your mistakes. David showing the way. Joey in second. John Posey in third. Back a couple laps. Bill back another lap in fourth. David back 2 more in fifth. David, new fast lap, 7:39. And your leader upside down, second place, also tangled up, go low on the back, low on the back, low on the back. And we are clear. 20 seconds to go for Ava Thrimer. Ooh, shake and bake. Joey dodging that one and getting tangled up with another one. That is time to cross line. You will be done. Joey is done. David is done. Looking for a couple more to finish out here. Looking for John and Ron. John and Ron. And shut it down. Ava Thrimer taking that one 32 laps, 4:10. Joey Durbin, 30 laps, 4:05. John Posey with 28, 4:12 on the podium. Bill Palmer with 26. David Aldridge, 23. And Ron Dolan with 29. Great job, guys. All right, Losi sprints. Quintel, Rains, and Bradley. Get our novice drivers out there to marshal this one just a moment. Got John Grant tuning in. Thank you, sir. Racing is pretty good. Even the novice class out there. A couple of first timers on the track ever, as far as we know. They did all right. Made it to the podium. All right, our Losi sprint drivers are getting out there and checked in. All my sprint drivers are checked in. Once again, my marshals, racers from the last race are marshals for this race. They're getting their car turned around and heading back out to marshal. All right, we got John's out there. Ava's out there. Terry's out there for the old man. Looking for Joey. Joey, need that transponder back first? Sir Richard, no smoking underneath the roof, sir. Thank you. And yell at anybody else out there doing it. All right, Mr. Joey's going to take the infield north end. Roll them off, drivers. You got a minute to turn and burn. Zach, come here. Zach, come here. All right, boys and girls. Like we're getting the marshals to move around so the drivers can see the way they want to see. Fine by that. All right, your top qualifier for Losi Sprint A main. 41 laps, 405. Mr. Scott Quintel is going to lead us off. Lining up second will be Mike Rains. Third will be Chris Bradley. Transponders looking good. 4 minutes on that clock, drivers. Here we go. And we're off and running. All right, 50 seconds down. Quintel showing the way by 2.8 over Rains. Bradley back 3.9 in third. Like these guys got these cars dialed in even better than before. Quintel down to a 5.7. Chris just dropped a 6.3. Rains with a 5.9. And I know why you guys aren't going any faster. That's another problem for another day. Bradley with a 6.29, new fast lap for him. Oh, we got mayhem down the back straight. Rocking a 41 lap pace. Your leader coming off turn 4 in that red and blue. Rains back about 3 laps here. Just under 3 laps. Bradley, another new fast lap, 6.20. Backs up with a 6.22. Back 3.8 seconds in third. And looks like it might be reeling Mr. Rains in here just a little bit. And Bradley picked up a couple of tenths there. Chris Bradley, new fast lap, 6.04. Like he's starting to believe. That's your battle right now for that second spot. It's down to 2 seconds. Coming down the back straightaway now. That green and black versus the black. 1.7 with just over 45 seconds to go. Oh no! Rains upside down. Bradley goes by, and your leader getting tumbled. He's staying out of the way of that battle for second spot right now. He's up 3 laps on him. 2.7 at the line for Chris over Mike. Never give up. 20 seconds to go. Anything can happen. Well, Charles dump his Traxxas modified battery there. Like a minute to go almost. 10 seconds. Can Chris hold on here? That is time you cross line. You are done. Chris and Scott are done. Looking for Rains to finish out here and shut it down. Scott Quintel taking the victory. 39 laps, 401. Chris Bradley taking that second spot, 36.401, and Rains 36.405, back 4.5 there. Congratulations to Chris. I think that's another spot up on the podium for him. Started turning on there towards the end. Great job. All right, Buggy late model. It's going to be mano a mano, Tim and Todd. Don't forget, everybody, after all the racing's over, we got podium pictures to take. Will be the same order we run the races for the most part. Your top three, your top qualifier for your class. Be out on the front straight here at the end of the night. All right, Tim is checked in. Todd better remember his transponder this time. All right, gentlemen, we have some marshals out there. 2 minutes to turn and burn. All right, Todd says he's too scared, not going to run. Mr. Tim, you got to show us what you got this one, buddy. All right, marshals, look alive. Mr. Tim got 4 minutes to put his best time down. Here we go. The fast lap challenge here for Tim, all alone. Down to a 6.18. That's a 6.2. This one's looking better here. Let's see what he's got. Good through 3 and 4. Oh, push a little more off on 4. A 5.87. Got Chippy Williams out there tuning in. Good to see you, sir. Hopefully you're doing all right. So Traxxas modified. Have you guys up next. We are going to need all our marshals to hang out there for this next race. Wheelie time out of Emory. Unfortunately, that was off camera. Can you do it again? $120 down, 240 to go. And Tim qualified with a 39 lap run on a 38 lap run, right? Meow. That's another 5.9 there. Woo, pushing wide. All right, Traxxas modified. Start heading this way. Ponder, Coleman, Jones, Rains, West, Bradley, and Australia. That was a 6-0. This is looking better here. Good corner, 6-0 again. Got to let off a smidge earlier. Here we go. 5-9-1 there. His fast lap still 5.87. All about hitting those marks. I'm going to ask all our marshals out there now to stay out there for this next one. We'll get Francesca. Actually, she's in this race. We'll get Todd out there to help marshal out. And maybe one more volunteer. Ten seconds. Right now, Tim on a 39.4 flat. Might get a 40-lap run out of this. Oh, missed it by 2/10 at the line. 39.4 flat, .213. Tim Emery going to take this one tonight. Unfortunately, the other guys couldn't make the call. That's all right. Fast lap of 5.87 for Tim. All right, Tim's going to come join you guys to marshal this one. And there are 7 cars in this race. We're going to need 5 marshals out there. So if you guys would please stay out there if you can. Mr. Todd will be out here to help you out. Along with Mr. Tim. All right. Bill's out there. Mr. Tim's out there. Mr. Todd, I need you out here for this one. Guess he's helping Francesca out right now. Be out here in just a minute. Gonna need at least one more marshal to help us out. Would really like a second. Like Mr. Zach's gonna step out there. Thank you, sir. All right, drivers, bring them up to speed. You got 85 seconds on the clock. And help out Mr. Bill down at the far end. All right, is anybody else out there? I need one more volunteer in the infield to help us out. 7 cars in this one. They all should be pretty decent. But there's always a chance for some mayhem. All right, boys and girls. This is your starting lineup for Traxxas Modified A main, top qualifier, 37 laps in 4:05. Mr. David Ponder is going to lead us off, followed by David Coleman second, Richard Jones third, Mike Raines fourth, Charles West fifth, Chris Bradley sixth, and Francesca Estrella in seventh. Transponders looking good, drivers. 4 minutes on the clock. Here we go. We are clean and green. Caution down the back, go low on the back, inside on the back, inside on the back. That was not inside. The inside on the back. Inside on the back. Not inside, and we're clear. Our leader pulling a wheelie. Oh, he's bouncing off the outside wall on the front straight now. Coleman getting by him for the lead now. Coleman tangled reins. Caution 3. We are clear now. Oh, Ponder rolling it over. Coleman down the front. Got the green stripes on his with the checkered front end. Ponder in the all blue. 2/10 behind him. Richard in third. Reigns, that is the leader behind you. I'm telling you, don't matter what you do, although they would love a little love from you. Ponder back to the lead now. Down the front straightaway he goes. Coleman back 1.1 in second. New fast lap by Coleman, 6:59. Caution 3 and 4. Go high through 4. And we're clear. And Ponder getting tangled up with some traffic, and Coleman getting back by him now. .245 down, 1:15 to go, caution in 2, and we're clear. At the line, it's Coleman, Ponder, Jones, Raines, Bradley, West, Estrella. Go low in the back, low on the back. Closest battle between Jones and Raines, 1.5. Now closest battle, Coleman and Ponder, 1.9. Oh, go low through 3, on the pipe, guys. We're clear. Oh no, somebody losing a body down the far end. They're going to try to smash it back on there, and that's Charles. Less than 30 seconds to go here. Go high in the back. That was your leader, upside down. Now Ponder taking over with 20 seconds to go. And Charles is pulling over. 10 seconds. Leader crossing the line here, second place. One more lap for those two. David Ponder coming off 4, taking the victory at the line. And shut it down. David Ponder taking that one, 34 laps, 4 flat. Coleman 4:03. Richard on the podium with 33 laps. Mike Raines missing out by 1.6 seconds with 33 laps as well in fourth. Chris Bradley with 31. Francesca with 28. And Charles pulling off after 24. What a race, guys. I wanted to hold my breath until the first accident, but that was like 2 minutes into it. Not more. Great job, guys. All right, final race of the night, the big show. Could it be the big show next week? $6,000 square feet or whatever it is out there. We're touching tips already. All right, slow down, guys. We'll get you plenty of hot laps here as soon as I get some marshals out there. Well, Ponder's in this one. Coleman's in this one. We're going to need Mr. Richard out there. Chris Bradley, Francesca, Charles, and at least one more, if not two. Thank you, Scott. Really appreciate it if you would be. No, he's getting a car. I had my hopes. All right, looking for a check-in from Todd, Ponder, and Braden. Yes, please. Infield's fine. Infield's fine. Yeah, right in the center. All right, here comes Mr. Braden. We'll get him checked in. All right, marshals, look alive. Drivers, bring them up speed. I'm going to give you a few extra seconds here. It's going to be over a minute. Got a minute 20 to figure it out. Spread them out. Give some room. Go high in the front, and we're clear. Ooh, somebody up on two wheels there. I think that was Todd. I don't know how he saved that one. About 3-4 feet off the racing line, up on two wheels, and that wall comes up quick. All right, we got a check in here from Brian French online. Good to see you, sir. Just in time for the final race of the night. This is your Ocala Bomber A main. Last call for any adjustments, guys. Earlier, we recorded the novice race, and it looks like we'll be recording this one as well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your Ocala Bomber A main, your top qualifier. 42 laps, 4:04. Mr. Todd Allen is going to lead us off, followed by David Coleman in second, Brad Feeney third, David Ponder fourth, Hermit Butts fifth, Zach Montgomery sixth, Jason Wagner bumping up from the B main in seventh, and Mr. Braden Tover in eighth, getting that final transfer spot from that B main as well. One more time around, gentlemen, to double check the transponders. Things looking decent here, guys. 4 minutes on that clock. Here we go. And we're off and racing. Ponder, it's a warning. Caution in 4. Caution down the back, caution down the back, caution out 4, go high on the straight, to the wall, to the wall, to the wall, to the wall, at the line. And we're clear. "55 seconds into this one. It is. Oh, your leader tangled up with traffic here. Todd and Kermit battling out. Kermit on the inside of him down the back straightaway into 3. Taking over the lead at the line. Todd in second. Brad in third by 1.6. Coleman back 2.6 in the Mustang. In fourth, Zach in fifth. Wags, Ponder, and Braden at the line. Great battle here between Herman Butts in the white car and Todd in the black. Strowman calling Wags for second in this one. Wags all the way in 7th right now. We'll see what he can do. We know he's a late bloomer. Feeney trying to get by traffic here. Caution in 4. Oh, Wags and Zach looks like they got tangled up there. And Todd finding a way past Butts at the moment. Fast cars out there. Oh, Butts catching the pipe. Plenty of time, though. 1:55 to go. Just past halfway, drivers. It's Todd, Kermit, Feeney, Coleman, Ponder, Montgomery, half a second. Braden, a lap in 7th. Wags, 7/10 in 8th. Butts giving Braden a little bump and run caution out of 2. And good job, everybody. Good job. Lead is half a lap here for Todd over Kermit. 3 seconds at the line. Oh, Todd up on 2 wheels. I think he bounced off another car to save it. Feeney, this is your warning. Oh, Wags rolls it over in 4. Stay low through 4. Low through 4, drivers. With 40 seconds to go. Caution in 2. We're clear. It's Allen, Butts, Coleman, Feeney, Montgomery, Ponder, Wags, and Tover at the line. Great race going on here. Good work together, guys. Feeney and Coleman battle out for that final podium here. 10 seconds to go. They're going to get probably one more lap. Oh, Feeney up on 2 wheels. That is time to cross line. You are done. Race it to the line. Looking for a couple more. And shut it down. Shut it down. Todd Allen taking that one. 41.401. Butts with a 405. Difference of 3.3 there. David Coleman on the podium with 40 laps in 404. Feeney back 1.7 in 4th. Zach with 37 laps in 5th, beating out Ponder by just under 6/10 in 6th. And Braden and Wags both with 34 laps, separated by 9 seconds there. Great job, guys. Awesome race. That is it for racing tonight. I want to thank our live stream viewers for tuning in. We're about to get into our podium ceremonies here in just a moment. We will catch you on Thursday for the first of the money races this coming week. Thursday Night Thunder, 7 o'clock start. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you then.